Good afternoon. The Serious Fraud Office says it'll take a month to determine whether it'll bring any criminal prosecutions against those involved in the interest rate rigging scandal. It follows the resignation of Barclays chairman Marcus Aegis. Chief Executive Bob Diamond is also under pressure to stand down. Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg says other senior figures in the bank need to take responsibility.
I don't think it's for politicians to individually hire and fire bankers, but I do think the buck stops at the top, and these are people, let's remember, who've been paid, a lot of money with big fat bonuses in the good times. They also need to take responsibility in the bad times. They need to take the rough with the smooth.
David Cameron says he's deeply saddened by news that 3 British soldiers have been killed in Afghanistan. The gunman, dressed in police uniform, opened fire at a checkpoint in Helmand province yesterday. The soldiers, 2 serving with 1st Battalion Welsh Guards and 1 with the Royal Corps of Signals, had been meeting elders as part of their work with the Afghan police force. From today, every landlord and letting agent in Scotland will have to give their tenants deposits to one of 2 Scottish Government-backed schemes. My Deposit Scotland and Safe Deposits will hold on to the cash for the duration of the tenancy. Ministers claim around £3 million of deposits are withheld from tenants every year. Eddie Hooker explains how My Deposit Scotland will intervene in any conflict between tenants and landlords.
At the end of the tenancy, the landlord and the tenant look to agree how that deposit is to be distributed, and if they can't come to an agreement, My Deposit Scotland will make a binding decision weighing up evidence and other facts as to who gets what.
A man has been arrested after he was involved in a series of collisions around Dundee. Shortly after 12:30 on Saturday afternoon, a green Audi A6 was seen driving dangerously and against the flow of traffic on the city's Kingsway West. The vehicle continued in an erratic manner towards Murie Falls on the A90 Dundee to Forfar Road, before being stopped as its driver turned around and started to travel southwards on the northbound carriageway. The Audi smashed into a number of vehicles during the incident, with 1 person needing treatment for minor injuries. The 27-year-old remains in police custody. And a solution is hopefully in sight after a Dundee councillor raised concerns when Harris Academy bus service was withdrawn. The number 16 service takes home pupils from the Cardiff Gowrie area straight after school, but it's been stopped due to budget cuts, meaning students are left with a half-an-hour wait for the next service. Fraser McPherson's told Wave 102 News there's been developments after negotiations.
Thankfully, Perth and Kinross Council is looking to put on a larger service 816 bus to Kingoody, which will ensure that pupils both in the west end of Dundee along the far west end of Perth Road and in Invergowrie will have a bus service. I'm very pleased this is looking like a possible solution, and most grateful to Perth and Kinross Council for acting so swiftly on the matter.
With Wave 102 News, I'm Leanne Blackwood.